In this video, we'll model an industrial bridge crane step by step, from section selection and classification to full placement on steel columns. You'll learn how to define the crane's geometry, choose between single or multi-part configurations, and set realistic load parameters. By the end, you'll know how to integrate a functional, code-based crane model into your industrial steel structure in ideCAD Structural. Now let's continue by modeling the crane in an industrial type structure and go over the crane settings in detail. First, to simplify the view, let's filter out the sheeting elements. You can access the filter command from here. I disabled the sheeting display. And now I'm clicking the crane command. In the open dialog, I click on Settings. The first section that appears is Section. Starting with the element name, you can edit it. You can select any section from the drop-down list, or click Load Section, which is placed a bit further down in this window, to access the full section library. I selected a section here as an example. You can define the placement angle from the Angle field and change the material as needed. Just below the material, you'll see two options, single part and multi-part. If you choose single part, ideCAD will model the crane beam as one continuous piece, even if it intersects with columns or beams. However, if you choose multi-part, ideCAD will automatically detect intersections with columns and divide the crane beam accordingly. Below that, you'll see rail section. Currently, Form A is available in the library, along with its material. If you want to use a different section, you'll first need to add it to the library and then select it from here using Load Section. The next part is classification. If you open the drop-down list, you'll see crane classes from A to F. These are defined according to international standards. You can refer to MBMA 2010 documentation for further details. This classification depends on the crane's operational frequency, hourly, daily, monthly, and yearly, as well as its lifting capacity. To select the correct type, you must refer to the technical documents provided by the crane manufacturer. Here's a quick note: crane types from A to D are considered light to medium duty, while types E and F are heavy duty cranes. For types E and F, fatigue checks must be performed on the related members. ideCAD does not perform fatigue analysis. So if you're modeling a heavy duty crane, you'll need to carry out a detailed fatigue analysis externally after completing the preliminary design in ideCAD. Next, in the distance section, the D parameter refers to the horizontal distance from the crane beam to the column face, while H defines its height. You can also define how the crane appears in the plan view. Now I'll move to the next tab, but before that, let me mention this. Crane beams must be defined on steel columns. This allows the software to perform proper load transfer to the columns. Crane loads will not be transferred to reinforced concrete columns. Please keep this in mind. There are two types of bridge cranes available: single bridge and double bridge. You can continue with the one that fits your project. I'll proceed with a double bridge crane. Here you see load capacities such as 5, 10, 16, 20, and 32 tons. Let's select 10 tons for this example. As you make selections, parameters such as reaction forces, wheelbase, and load values are updated automatically based on the set specifications. However, these parameters depend on the exact specifications of the crane used in your project. Please verify these values using the technical documentation of your crane supplier. The settings under the Appearance tab affect only the perspective view and have no impact on the structural model, so I won't focus on them right now. I clicked OK. Now I selected the first column on this span, then the last column on the same axis. Then I selected the corresponding first column on the opposite side, and finally, the last one. As you can see, the crane model is now complete. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore the knowledge base for more tips. See you in the following video.